But see, that's what happens. Every time you do coke, man, that's what happens. I swear to God.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
Every time, man.
Yeah, every time I do coke, you get on that every time I do coke.
That's right, man. It goes straight to your brain, man. It messes it up, man. You're not gonna have a brain no more.
Órale, más movies and shows. Cholo Trucker here. Hang on, let me put the banner up. Man, I was actually gonna postpone this. Reason being, I'm on the road. I'm in the hotel room, and damn it, the internet, the Wi-Fi just is not cooperating, Holmes. It's just not cooperating, man. So, the Spencer, I'm doing this on my phone instead of my laptop because I cannot get the internet connection here. This Wi-Fi is just terrible, man. I've been trying to connect it quite a few times, and it's just not happening. Which sucks, man, because I had a couple of things that I really wanted to do with this live right here, man. When it came to Pee Wee Herman, homie, with Paul Rubens, man. But let me see. What's up, party familia? Andres, Kiole, Kiole. Yeah, man. So you guys just bear with me. Got to do it off my phone. Um, Not gonna be able to do everything that I wanted to do. But anyway, man. So let's see. Hang on. Let me put a few things aside here. Okay. Let me set up. Every time you do coke. The reason why I played that clip, okay, the reason why I played the clip of Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams is this one here.
See, that's what happens. Every time you do coke, man, that's what happens. I swear to God.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
Every time,
yeah, every time I do coke, you get on that every time I do coke.
That's right, man. It goes straight to your brain, man. It messes it up, man. You're not gonna have a brain no more.
The reason why I played that clip is because Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, he was in that movie. He's been in quite a few flicas, man. He was also in the other Cheech and Chong movie, I think Up in Smoke. He's been on a few movies, dog. I know we all remember him as Pee Wee Herman. I remember him as Pee Wee Herman. Look, let's get into this. What's up, Teresa? Spooky, man. Cule. So, personally, me myself, I never watched his Pee Wee's Playhouse. I was look, even when I was a kid, I was never really into those shows. The Mister Rogers, Pee Wee's Playhouse. The what was the other one? Was it Mickey's Playhouse? Or I was never really into those shows. I really like cartoons. That yes, the one that really got it for me when it came to Paul Rubens was Pee Wee's Big Adventure. That is what got me to know who he was, man. Back in 1985, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Now, he's had other ones. Before that, he had the Pee Wee Herman show, which, again, I did not watch. I just was not really a fan of those shows, man. Let me see. He was in Up in Smoke. There you go. Yes, he was in Up in Smoke. He's been on a few Cheech and Chong movies, man. He has. He was in Up in Smoke. He was in Nice Dreams. And Nice Dreams, they went under the table so they could snort the coca, dog. I didn't like those shows either. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't really into those shows, man. Teresa, happy Monday to you. I used to watch his show back in the days. Okay, that's cool. I know people did like his show, but the movie, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, circa 1985, that was my stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie. When he's trying to find his bike, it got jacked, it got robbed. He's so in love with the bike, but not only that, man. I mean, just everything about the movie, his house, the way he makes breakfast, the cereal, all that stuff, man. And then he goes on this long adventure because he's looking for his bike. Because to him, his bike is like a family member. I mean, what a movie, man! What a movie! I know a lot of people would look at it today and probably won't understand it. They'll probably say that it's dumb. I remember my mom; she'd be like, "That's stupid! Like, why are you watching that? That is so dumb." And yeah, it is. I'm not going to sit here and say like, "Oh man, that's a blockbuster hit. That's a blockbuster movie right there." No, it is a dumb movie, but if you were around at that time, if you saw it when you were young, if you saw it when you were a kid, you can kind of I don't know why it captured me. It captured just about everybody I knew. Like, oh damn, it's just like a funny, dumb movie. Looking at it today, yeah, I could say like, okay, it's if you didn't watch it back then in the 80s, possibly even the 90s, but more in the 80s. If you weren't around in the 80s, you're probably not going to watch it today and say, like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. That's probably not going to happen. But if you were around in that time, yeah, man. Just him, hitchhiking and just I'm just thinking about the damn stupid movie now. But look, he's been in quite a few other things. I pulled up and the Spencer again, man. Once again, I gotta say I'm sorry. I couldn't get my laptop going. The Wi-Fi here in this hotel is horrible, man. So I'm doing this off my phone. Let me see. If you can find it, watch his opening monologue when he hosted SNL back in the day at his finest. Okay. Yep, I remember that. A classic movie, so damn original. He wrote it with his late Phil Hartman of SNL, directed by Tim Burton. And he was in a few other Tim Burton movies, I believe. I think he was involved also, if I'm not mistaken, in the Nightmare Before Christmas, I believe. Let's see, good last. Yeah, his wife was in Nice Dreams. Oh man. Yeah, Donna in Nice Dreams. And he's there at the restaurant snorting a couple of líneas. He takes the money and Cheech Marin is gonna throw down with them at like the nut house. But look, he's done quite a few things, man. He was at WrestleMania 27. He had a segment with The Rock. Let's see. Let me look at some of the stuff that's gonna surprise me. Because some of this stuff doesn't surprise me. I could kind of remember some of this stuff, but I'm looking it up here. Is this right? Was he in Cocaine Bear? I just I saw Cocaine Bear. Now, maybe he wasn't in the movie, but I didn't know that he was involved in the movie. I did not see him anywhere in the movie Cocaine Bear. Um, so I'm assuming that he was somehow involved. Let me see. Let me try to pull it up. The Spencer, man. If I was doing it on my laptop, I could pull it up and you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. But okay, he must have been some way, somehow involved in the movie Cocaine Bear. Looks like he was involved in quite a lot of movies, man, behind the scenes. Pee-wee kept it between the lines. His voice, the UFO in Flight of Navigator by Disney. And not only that, let's see, I think he was also involved in The Nightmare Before Christmas. He's been involved in a lot of things, man. The Smurfs movie, Beauty and the Beast, Above and Beyond, Reno 911 Miami, The Smurfs Part 2. Let me see. Star Tours. Okay. Um, Meatballs Part 2, Cocaine Bear, The Blues Brothers, Batman Returns. What the hell was he doing on Batman Returns? Now, don't get me wrong. Batman Returns, I try to forget that movie because that movie sucks. That movie sucks, homie. The first Batman with Jack Nicholas as Joker, that one's really good. But part two, that's a horrible movie. But I don't remember him in that. Yeah, Cheech and Chong's next movie, he was in that. Let me see, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, see, some of these are blowing my mind here, man. Blow? I had no idea. I had no idea that Pee Wee Herman was involved in the movie Blow. Yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, so this guy had his hand in a lot of things, man. Mystery Men. Yeah, I see it right here. Mystery Men. Yeah, so this guy had his hands. Yeah, Flight of the Navigator, I'm seeing. Dustin checks in. I'm surprised. Batman Returns. That's that one blew my mind. Accidental Love, Midnight Madness, Buddy. I mean, this guy's career goes pretty damn far, man. It goes pretty deep. So, was it Michael Jackson's Moonwalker? Son of a gun. Robot Chicken. Who knows about Robot Chicken? Oh, I had no idea he was involved in Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken is adult comedy. I think on Adult Swim. I'm not sure, but Robot Chicken were these little claymation figures of things that you would know, popular stuff, man. It was just like adult comedy. It's not made for kids. I had no idea that Pee Wee Herman was involved in Robot Chicken. Oh, Robot Chicken DC. Okay, so the ones that had the DC characters, Robin and Batman and those guys, he was involved in that. I had zero idea he was involved in Robot Chicken. Oh man, Robot Chicken is something else, man. Let me see. Damn, he's been around. Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea that he had his hands. He was in. He was involved in Doctor Doolittle with Eddie Murphy. See, Morpheus from the movie Matrix started in Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse as the mailman. Salud. Yes, yes, I remember he would get clowned for that when people made that connection. Lawrence Fishburne was on Pee Wee's Playhouse. Let me see. Before Pee Wee was famous, people would see him as punk rock at will see him at punk rock shows in LA, San Diego. Is that right? Wow. I I would have never guessed that. He was 70 at the end. Yeah, so okay, so he's 70 years old, man, or was 70 years old. And yeah, man, he passed away 70. I don't know if people want to say that's old, that's young. I just It's a lot of people, most people do not make it to the age of 70. Most people that are born, take this into consideration. Most human beings that are born do not make it to 70 years old. So, somewhat of a blessing. I guess. I know we kind of look at that as like that's young, and in a way it is. In a way it is. I would say it's young, depending on how you're living. Now, um, I had no idea that he was suffering from cancer. He had kept it very, very private. But at the same time, I don't remember really seeing too much of him on shows. I know he was on what's that redheaded dude's name? Shoot, was is it that talk show host, the redheaded guy? Looks like looks like the character from Mad TV. Um, damn it. I just had his name in my head right now. Let me see. Cancer. Yeah, man. I think everybody knows somebody that has lost their fight to cancer. Golden years fighting cancer. See, that's the thing, man. I think 70 again. I want to live past 70. Okay, I do. But it depends how I'm living. If I'm going to be in a hospital, that's I'm good. I'm ready to check out. You know, I'm ready to check out in life. I think it's how you're living at that age. 70 is young depending on what you're doing and how you're living. If you're living, in a hospital and you can't walk and everything, you've lived life. Do you really want to continue? I'm just like, I'm ready to check out. Mi abuelito died at 93. Yeah, look, man, some of those Conan. There it is. Conan. Yeah, I know he was on Conan, but outside of that, I have not really seen or heard much of Paul Rubens, Pee-Wee Herman, in quite a while. And yeah, he kept it very, very private, to the best of my knowledge, about his struggles with cancer. I had not seen or heard of him in a long time. Um, I always remember him just with his gray suit and his red bow tie, man. And that's probably how I'm always going to remember Paul Rubens. Now, I do remember a while back there was some sort of controversy with him or something like that, man. I'm not sure if he was like into weird stuff. I don't even really want to speculate because I don't remember what it was about. I just remember people were just talking about it. But outside of that, I never really heard too much about Pee Wee Herman. I know it was kind of weird for people to take him serious. Even in the movie Pee Wee's Playhouse, when they go to the drive-in, he's playing like a character there where he's not Pee Wee Herman, where it's not like a guy that you laugh at. Yet it's kind of hard, man, because he played that character of Pee Wee Herman so damn good. It was so hard to see him outside of that character when he's not talking like that, when he's not laughing like that, when he's not doing any of that stuff. It's very difficult. If you watch him on Conan, just being interviewed, believe me, it's kind of hard, man, to just kind of look at him and be like, oh, damn. He's I don't want to make it sound like that, but he's a real guy. He's a real guy, kind of a normal, down to earth kind of dude, Holmes, but man, just goes to show just he was somewhat of a great actor where he can really play that Pee Wee Herman roll off. I thought, look, I'm not going to lie. The way he talked in Pee Wee Herman, I thought he really sounded like that. And then you hear him talk in his actual voice, and no, that's not his real voice. I thought he did have that high pitch, annoying voice. I thought he did somewhat kind of act a little foolish, probably not to that extent, but I thought he was kind of a little bit of a clownish kind of guy. I guess the only thing I can kind of compare it to is when you see Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura. I guess you could probably kind of compare it a little bit like that. And then you hear Jim Carrey just, just being him, just being a regular dude. Not to say he's not a funny guy, because he is, But he's just kind of a regular dude, man. So, and by the way, man, to be real with you guys, before he passed away, and I'm just being honest, before he passed away, somebody came up to me and said, like, "Hey, man, Paul Rubens passed away," and I would have been like, "Who?" He was so connected with the character of Pee Wee Herman, I did not know his real name. Let's see, he put out a statement on his deathbed last night apologizing for keeping his cancer secret from fans. Yeah, man. Yeah, I never once heard of him being sick. I mean, forget about cancer. I mean, even him being sick or having some sort of illness, I never knew that he was suffering from any type of illness, let alone cancer. So, Chuck, if Lawrence Fishburne didn't get his break from Pee Wee Herman, you think he would have still been in the Matrix? Um, Yeah, I mean, look, he's a good actor, man. He would have found a way. I don't know if he would have been in the Matrix, but he would have found his way into some other role. He would have found his way to something else. Um, I know, people get caught up in the whole thing of like, hey, this is where this person started. So if it wasn't for this, they would have never been, on this or on that, which we don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he would have still been trying to become an actor. I think George Clooney. I think George Clooney started by making Raisin Bran commercials, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I'm sure some people would say, like, whoa, Raisin Bran, he owes his career to Raisin Brands, right? If Raisin Brands didn't pick him to be in their commercials, he would never be the George Clooney that we know now. Probably, I mean, I doubt that. I think George Clooney would have still kept on trying and would have got roles and would have got noticed. So I know, man. I think Lawrence Fishburne would have still got up and got out there and still would probably still be the Lawrence Fishburne that we know of today, because it was a character he created. It was all him, and that's something, man. That's something. I cannot really think of a character like that beforehand, where it's like, okay, you're you're a grown man. You're a grown man living in like a little kid's world in your head. It's a weird character, man. I just but definitely memorable. The way he laughed, the way he, even when he got mad, right? In the movie, when he gets mad, it's just like I just Gracias, man. Gracias to Paul Rubens, man, for coming up with that character, Pee Wee Herman. Like I said, if you weren't around at the time, you're probably not gonna get it. I could show that to my kids today. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's dumb. It's stupid." My mom, I think, I forgot how old she was, and she saw me watching that movie. She'd see me and my brother watching that movie, and she'd be like so disgusted with the way he was acting. Like this, she would be like, "This is dumb. This is so stupid," and it is. But you had to be, at a certain age around that time to really capture what he was doing and appreciate it. Lawrence Fishburne was in Boys in the Hood. Before that, before the show of Pee Wee's Playhouse? No, I think Pee Wee's Pee Wee's Playhouse, I think, was early 80s. Boys in the Hood came out what, 87? Oh, before Matrix. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think Lawrence Fishburne would have found, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. So whether he was on Pee Wee's Playhouse or not, I think he would have made his way uh, to becoming a big star. That I do believe that, man. Pee Wee also came out in Cheech and Chong's next movie. Yeah, yeah, we were just talking about that, Rich. We were just talking about that, man, a little earlier. He was on those movies, man. Played some good roles right there. I really liked him in the movie Nice Dreams. He's kind of this weird cokehead. I don't know if he escaped from the mental institution or what, because then Cheech runs into him back in the mental institution because he wants to whoop his ass because he's wanting his feria back. And then he runs into him and it's like, I don't know, man. He just but good roles though. Good role. As a kid, Pee Wee was inspirational. As an adult, you see how silly, but he left an awesome legacy. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Joker. I agree, man. I think he did, man. And what he did by creating that character, you know, there's certain people, um, there's certain people that hate um being connected with a character early in their career, right? One person that comes to mind is Screech. May he rest in peace. He died. But what's his name? Dustin Diamond. He's one that at one point he hated the fact that everyone would just look at him as Screech. He wanted to be taken seriously. He wanted to be taken as Dustin Diamond. He did not want to be connected as Screech or anything. Where I was kind of thinking, like, man, you know what? You should, since it's not, since nobody is seeing you outside of that, you might just want to lean into it, man. But Pee Wee Herman, or Paul Rubens, I should say, he is connected to that character, and I never once saw or heard him try to run away from it. I never saw or heard him say, like, oh man, you know, I'm more than just a guy in a gray suit and a red bow tie. I never saw or heard. Now maybe he did say or show that and it just went over my head. Maybe you guys know, but I never saw him run away from that character. I never saw him be disgusted. I never saw him like get tired, and maybe he was and he just kept it silent. But I never once saw him be like, hey, man, I have a real name. It's Paul. I don't know why you keep calling me Pee Wee for. I never once saw that out of him, man. He went ahead and he leaned into the character when he was just regular Paul Rubin, like doing that show with Conan. He was just doing it just as him. People want to call him Pee Wee. It didn't seem to bother him. Let me see. What's up, Samuel? And from the movie Blow. See, that's I'm like mind blown, Samuel, on some of the movies that he was involved in. He was involved in Cocaine Bear. He was involved in quite a few movies, man. They're afraid of getting typecast. Yeah, and I get that, Spook. Yeah, I understand that. You know, you catch a big break from a show or something. It's like, all right, cool, man. This is my break. This is my foot in the door. What's unfortunate is that that might just stick with you for the rest of your career. You know, and all I'm saying is if that's what's happening, you're probably better off leaning into it than trying to run away from it. Let's see. That's right. Pee Wee was in the movie Blow. He played the gay drug dealer named Derek. Yeah. Ah, man. I'm telling you, man. He. Oh, man. Before Pee Wee's Big Adventure, he would go out public dressed as Pee Wee también. Dude was living the character. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was living the character. I think the show was around 81, 82. The movie didn't come out till about 85, 86 ish, somewhere around there. But that movie, I could still watch it today and love it. Even though it's kind of annoying, but a lot of the prank stuff, the gum, the spicy gum, or the gum that ink comes out of it, the big thumb when it's hitchhiking, um, over there around the dinosaurs in Cabazon, him going to the sidekick so he could know where his bike is at. Where is it at? And she's just kind of looking around because she doesn't know what to say. She sees a sign that says Alamo, and she says, "The Alamo." And he's all like, "The Alamo." just, just all that, man. Let me see. He was also in Dustin Check In, a kitty movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just mentioned that a little earlier. What's up, Jojo? Didn't Pee Wee do stand-up comedy as the Pee Wee Herman character? I'm not sure, Rich. I'm not sure. It would have suited him. It would definitely suit him. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he did do some stand-up, man, as the Pee Wee Herman character. Let me see his bike. Yeah, man, that movie was all about his bike. It was. I loved it, man. Rich Guzzler. That's what I hear. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised. As a matter of fact, not only would I not be surprised, I would actually be surprised if he never did stand up as his Pee Wee Herman character. Now that you bring that up, Rich, I would be more surprised if he never did stand up as Pee Wee Herman. That would actually surprise me. I think he was testing the character out to see the response. That's kind of a ballsy character, man. That's I'm not even really sure how to explain the character. If I had to explain Pee Wee Herman's character, I'm not even really sure how. I would kind of say like a grown man stuck in a little kid's world in his head, I guess. I'm not really sure, but oh man, you guys remember when in um, Pee Wee's Big Adventure when he runs into the bikers at that biker bar and he starts dancing to the song Tequila, and they give him a motorcycle so he can actually have some wheels, and he takes off and he runs into runs into that sign, and he has this weird weird dream of like he's being rushed to the hospital, but it's clowns that are the doctors and nurses. It's unsettling, man. It's very unsettling, but damn, is it memorable. I seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure when he was on the bike. Yeah, yeah, he rode off. Yes, yes, yes. All that stuff, man. Tequila. Yeah. Now I want to watch it again. Yeah, man. It was just the way he reacted when he walks outside of the store and he sees the chain broken and notice and realizes that his bike has been stolen. He like pretty much faints. All this good stuff, man. What a good movie. What a really good movie. I get it if people think that it's dumb, uh, because it is, but it's great. It's a great dumb movie. Wasn't he in a scandal? Samuel, that's what I was kind of alluding to. I do remember something years ago of something going on with him. I couldn't really find anything, man, but I do. So I don't know if it was just rumors or not. Um, if anybody can fill me in or fill us in, let me know. I do remember. I don't even remember what it is or what it was, but I do remember word going around that there was some sort of scandal. It could have just been rumors. Let's see. Did Pee Wee really go into a movie theater naked with a trench coat and flash people? Review YouTube guy. Something like that. That's kind of what I like I said, I don't remember what the scandal was. I don't. But I do remember there was something. Whether it's true or not, I got no idea. But I do remember people talking about something, though. Okay, or so the story goes. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. All right. When the Mexican cook at the biker bar gave Pee Wee those shoes, you see how short the cook was. Fool lived on the edge. Let me see. He got charged for lewd acts. Okay, did he? Was he actually charged? How you doing, Pastor? Okay, could have been just rumors. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to say what was true, what wasn't. Like I said, when a little earlier, I do remember there being some talks of something going on. I'm not really sure what it was. That's why I didn't really want to speculate. I couldn't really find much, so I don't just want it to be rumors and then me putting it out there like it was true. Who knows? Maybe there is some truth to it, man. But that does sound familiar. Talking about the trench coat at the movie theater, that does sound somewhat familiar. Whether it's true, whether it's not, don't know, man. Let's see. He played good part in the movie Blow. Yes, yes. And I had kind of forgot about that, man. I had forgot about that he was in the Cheech and Chong movies. I had forgot that he was, a lot of the other roles that he played, man. But man, well, hey, man, what can I say? Cancer takes another person away. You know, is it sad? Yeah, but I would just say at the very least, he got to see 70 years old. Not to say that, hey, that's a nice, long, full life. But again, just take into consideration most human beings that are born do not see the age of 70. Um, I would like to live past 70, but I definitely do not want to live in a hospital bed at 70. I'd rather just check out. So let's see. Would you care for a hamburger? Yeah, that's the thing, Samuel. He was very private about his battle with cancer. He didn't tell anybody, he didn't let anybody know. This is complete new to any and everybody, man. He kept it very under wraps. So, look, man, if anybody battles with cancer, I would say let it be known. you know. I'm not really sure why he would want to hide it. Maybe he didn't want that type of attention. Maybe he doesn't want attention of people constantly reaching out to him. Hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Are you feeling better? Is there anything we could do to help? I do kind of understand that, right? He is pretty high profile, so there is going to be a lot of people reaching out to him. And oh man, I remember you when I was a kid, and anything I could do to help. And maybe he's all like, man, I don't want to be receiving letters and phone calls or messages or people wanting to come visit. Maybe he just didn't want any of that, and I could kind of understand that. A legend. I thought he passed away doing too much yayo. What's up? What's up, Adrian? So I could definitely understand that, man. If he just wanted to, let me just fight this on my own. I don't want to be bothered every single damn day. And he lost his battle, man. Lost his battle with cancer. So, like I said, I would have liked him to let everybody know, but at the same time, again, I could kind of understand. I'm not saying this is what he wanted or didn't want. But I could kind of understand if he didn't want to be bothered all the time. Having to give updates on where he is with his fight with cancer. So, but nonetheless, man, listen, RIP to Paul Rubens, aka Pee-Wee Herman. Definitely a character from my childhood that I will remember. I took all the money. Not sorry. Oh, the movie Nice Dreams. Cheech is trying to get the money back. Hey, man, I'm not messing with you. He comes in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then he opens the door. I'm not sorry I took all the money. When I hear the song Tequila, I always think of Pee-Wee Herman, R.I.P. Same here, man. Same here, Adrian. Every time I hear the song Tequila, the first thing that pops into my mind is him getting on top of the table with those platforms, those white shoes, man, and at the biker bar doing the dance for tequila, man. So prayers for everyone, for those battling with cancer. Absolutely, man. Prayers for those battling cancer and those that have loved ones battling cancer. I do not know anybody that hasn't lost someone to cancer. So, and here we lose another one, man. So, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Rest in peace, Paul Rubens, aka Pee-Wee Herman. Thank you so much for the memories. Part of my childhood for sure. That gray suit and that red bow tie. I wonder if that's going to be somewhere. It belongs in some museum. I don't even know where, but it belongs in some museum, man. But with that, guys, I will leave you guys with that. You guys be good. If you guys have a loved one battling cancer or what have you, hey, man, just be there for them. Cancer's taking a lot of people. Damn it. Rest in peace, Pee-Wee Herman, Cholo Trucker, Moss Movies and Shows. I'll catch you guys on next one.